Hi, and welcome back to Basement Backgammon. On this episode, we're going to be looking at an interesting problem, problem 53, from Bill Robertie's 501 Essential Backgammon Problem Series. In this problem, Brown has to play a 5-5 early on in the game. Yellow has moved up to the 21 point with two of their checkers. They have a point over there. Brown has some very awkward blots over here on 22 and 21, and one on 11 as well. So this is a good chance for Brown to try to clean up a little bit, playing with the 5-5. Part of this problem is going to be pretty obvious, and part is going to be something you have to think about. So why don't you take a look? I'll give you 10 seconds to decide. You might want to hit the pause button for a little bit more time and really think this one over. What do we do with the 5-5 if we are Brown? I'll give you 10 seconds starting now. And we're back. So the answer for Robertie is, well, obviously I'm not sure how obvious it is for everyone, but the obvious play for two of the fives is to do this and play 21 to 11 and make the 11 point. The next thing is, what do you do with the other two fives? You can bring these two in, but it doesn't seem right to stack on the 6 point. You could bring one down and one over and slot the 3, but you're stripping your midpoint. You could bring these two over and make the 3. Which is not a bad option. Or you could bring these two over and make the 1. Those are your 4 options. Robertie's play for the other two fives is 6-1. And let's read what he has to say about why that is in just a moment. 5-5 is a great roll in problem 53, but Brown must play it accurately. Two of the fives are clear. Black should move 21 to 11, making the good 11 point while escaping a checker. With the last two, he has a choice between 6-1 with 2 or 8-3 with 2. Although the 3 point is a better point than the ace point, Brown should nonetheless play 6-1. The reason is that he's left with spares on both the 6 and the 8 point, which will be useful later on trying to make the 5 and the 7 point, both crucial landing spots. So what Robertie is basically saying here is that even though we are burying two checkers in a point that's not particularly useful, these spares here and this extra spare here are going to be crucial in trying to make these 2 points. Once your opponent has moved up, you want to try to make points in front of your opponent's runners, not behind them. So if we did this, we'd be left with no spares here on the 8, which would make it extremely difficult or impossible to make points here on the 7 and 5. But now that we have done this, we have more spares. We have more combinations to come down or over here to make the 7 or the 5, which are going to be very important for blocking your opponent from advancing and making good landing points to swing your last runner around. Let's see what XG has to say about this, although I really like Robertie's solution here. I like the idea about it, but as we've seen in previous videos, sometimes XG does conflict with Robertie's ideas. So let's go and see about XG right now. And we're back with our XG analysis of problem 53, where Black is being asked to play a 5-5 in this position. Let's see what XG has to say about it. For reference, our opponent is 1 pip behind us, so we are essentially even in pips. Let's see what XG has to say about a 5-5. Robertie said to play 21 to 11 and then play 6 to 1 with 2 checkers. XG disagrees with Robertie. XG is playing the more, what I would say, common sense, 21 to 11 and then 8 to 3 with 2 checkers. And I've tried this with all variations of match play, and it's the same. Let's take a look at the table. And you can see, surprisingly, that this is actually the right move by a fair amount. 6 to 1 is actually a 4.3% equity loss, which is not a blunder. The blunders are here in red. It's the second best play, but it's the second best. It's a slight error. By 4.3% is a fair amount. So it looks like Robertie got this one wrong according to XG. Although I really do like his idea of keeping additional builders available to fill in the gaps on 7 and 5. Once again, Robertie's explanation makes a lot of sense, but the numbers and the computer don't necessarily agree. So, an interesting observation. Please like and subscribe this video if you like this. We love to have those subscriptions. We're up to 271 subscribers as of this video, and we want to see more. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified of future videos as I upload them. I'll be doing one a day until we're at the end of this video series. Thank you very much.